Man, what a wild day it was watching the Eagles take on the Raiders. I mean, from start to finish, this was not a close game in any sense of it. The Eagles came out and completely dominated, and you could see it on every single play. Even with terrible weather throwing everyone off, the team still executed at a high level. I had my own struggles trying to catch the game live. My internet kept cutting out, cellular data only, no Wi-Fi for hours. But honestly, none of that mattered when the Eagles were showing up like this. Driving back to see my mom turned into a 2.5-hour ordeal because of everything going on, but all that stress melted away once I saw the team on the field. They beat the Raiders decisively, and every fan got to see exactly why they've been hyped all season. First, let's talk about the quarterback play. Jalen Hurts was absolutely in control. For anyone who was clamoring to see him benched, this game answered all those questions. He orchestrated a clean, precise attack, moving the ball with both his arm and his legs. You saw flashes of brilliance, patience, and accuracy all rolled into one performance. And the way he led the team, especially when he had all the time in the world because the offensive line was holding strong, made a huge difference. That left side with Jordan Mailata and Cam Jurgens was a sight to behold. Mailata looked excellent, and Jurgens contributed at a high level, keeping the pocket solid and giving Hurts the opportunity to make plays. Even Tyron Smith and Fred Johnson had strong games, especially going up against one of the Raiders' tougher defensive players, Max Crosby. There were moments where they had to clean things up, but overall, the line gave the quarterback everything he needed. Now, the offensive game plan was balanced, smart, and methodical. The running game featured Saquon Barkley, who had 20 carries for 78 yards. He got going in the second half after a slow start, showing why he is such a dynamic and reliable weapon. Tank Bigsby also contributed in a big way, taking some hits off Barkley and showing that when given opportunities, he can move the chains efficiently without losing yardage unnecessarily. It's that kind of depth that allows a team to sustain drives and stay fresh late in the game. The receivers also did their part. Devonta Smith had opportunities to stretch the field, and while there were a few drops, sometimes just mental mistakes. Overall, the passing game was sharp and well-coordinated. It's clear the coaching staff and play calling were on the same page, keeping the momentum rolling and avoiding unnecessary risk. Speaking of coaching, credit has to go to the entire offensive strategy. Kevin Patullo called a disciplined, smart game, letting the players execute while also keeping the pace under control. The balance between run and pass kept the Raiders off balance the entire game. Even when the Eagles opted not to go all out in the fourth quarter, it was clear that they were thinking ahead, conserving energy, and giving bench players the chance to shine. That's a sign of a team that's confident and mature, knowing when to push and when to manage the game. You could see that confidence in the way Hurts conducted himself, showing poise under pressure and bouncing back from plays that could have easily deflated a lesser team. Now, onto the defense, because this is where the Eagles really set themselves apart from previous years. The 2025 defense has been a revelation, and this game was the perfect example of why. The defensive line was relentless, even without some key starters. Brandon Graham showed that even at his age, he can dominate at the line of scrimmage, racking up multiple sacks and making plays that shifted momentum. Moro Dramo, Jordan Davis, and Jalen Phillips were all relentless, creating constant pressure and forcing the Raiders into mistakes. The linebackers and secondary complemented that front perfectly. Nobe Dean continues to be a nightmare for opposing offenses. Zach Bond snagged a key interception, and Marcus Epps has been steady and reliable throughout the season. Even cornerback play, which had been questioned earlier in the year, has come together beautifully. Adoree Jackson has settled in and is playing competent, confident football, shutting down opportunities and showing growth week after week. Quan Cooper DeJean and the rest of the secondary have built a unit that feels nearly impenetrable at times. The way the team controlled the field and limited the Raiders' offensive options was impressive, and it sets a standard that can carry them deep into the season. Emotion on the field was another highlight. You could feel the intensity, the energy, and the leadership from Jalen Hurts. He made it clear through his words and actions that he is built for this moment, that he understands the responsibility, and that he is fully committed to leading the team the right way. It was inspiring to see that level of focus combined with such skill. The Eagles have players who are stepping up at the right time, building momentum, and proving to themselves and the league that they are ready for bigger challenges ahead. This game was more than just a win, it was a statement. It showed that the offense, defense, and coaching staff are synchronized, that the team has depth, and that there's a tangible belief in their ability to compete at the highest level. The mix of veteran presence, rising stars, and strategic planning created a perfect storm for success, and the fans who were watching could feel it in every play. Even with minor hiccups, like a drop pass in the end zone or a few plays that didn't go perfectly, the overall performance was dominant. This is the kind of game that can boost morale, build confidence, and set the tone for the weeks ahead. The Eagles looked unstoppable at times, cohesive as a unit, and relentless in their pursuit of excellence. The balance between aggression and smart game management, the ability to rotate players while maintaining dominance, and the adaptability to respond to whatever the Raiders threw at them made it clear that this team is serious about contending. The energy from players, coaches, and even the crowd was palpable. When you have a quarterback leading with poise, a running game that can sustain drives, a receiving core that can stretch the field, and a defense that can dictate the pace, it creates a level of dominance that is hard to challenge. The way the Eagles executed in all phases, offense, defense, and special teams, show that they're prepared for high-pressure games and can adjust to various challenges, including adverse weather and extended travel schedules. This game also highlighted the growth of players who had been questioned earlier in the season. Adoree Jackson, for instance, has proven critics wrong with consistent, confident play in the secondary. Tank Bigsby has shown that he can handle the physicality and responsibility of carries without compromising the health or effectiveness of the lead running back. Even the offensive line, often overlooked, proved crucial in providing stability and time for the quarterback, which allowed the entire offensive scheme to function at a high level. Overall, watching the Eagles dominate the Raiders was a thrilling experience. Every phase of the game showed progress, resilience, and commitment to excellence. The quarterback showed leadership and skill, the running backs demonstrated power and efficiency, the receivers made critical contributions, and the defense imposed its will on the opposing team. Strategic coaching decisions complemented the players' execution, creating a complete, well-rounded performance. The win was not just about the score. It was about proving to the league, to the fans, and to themselves that the Eagles are a team to be reckoned with. Continuing from where we left off, the Eagles' performance wasn't just impressive on paper. It was the kind of game that makes fans sit up and take notice. The intensity, the focus, and the execution at nearly every position reflected a team that is finding its rhythm at the perfect time. One of the biggest takeaways from this game was how the team responded to pressure situations and adverse conditions. The weather was erratic, the field conditions challenging, yet the Eagles adapted without missing a beat. That resilience speaks volumes about their preparation, discipline, and mental toughness. You could see it especially in Jalen Hurts' poise under pressure. He didn't rush, didn't panic, and consistently made the right reads. Every throw seemed calculated, every run measured. He has grown into the kind of leader who doesn't just play for himself, but elevates everyone around him. The chemistry with his receivers is evident, the timing with his offensive line seamless, and his connection with the running back spot on. It's a level of cohesion that only comes from experience, trust, and hard work put in both on and off the field. Speaking of the running game, Saquon Barkley continues to demonstrate why he is one of the most versatile and dangerous backs in the league. Even when defenses stack the box or attempt to stifle him, his vision, agility, and power allow him to consistently gain positive yardage. Tank Bigsby has been a revelation as well, bringing the kind of consistency and physicality that complements Barkley's explosive style. He's the type of player who, while maybe not flashy, contributes significantly to sustaining drives, keeping the lead running back fresh, and maintaining momentum throughout the game. The offensive line deserves recognition too. They weren't perfect, but their ability to adjust in real time, maintain gaps, and protect the quarterback was key to the team's success. Jordan Mailata continues to anchor the line with dominance. Cam Jurgens provides stability, and Tyron Smith and Fred Johnson combine experience and technique to neutralize one of the Raiders' more aggressive defensive fronts. Every run, every pass, every read was facilitated by their work, and it made the offensive playbook come alive. Transitioning to the defense, this unit has truly become the cornerstone of the team's identity in 2025. Compared to previous seasons, the level of discipline, communication, and execution has skyrocketed. Even without key contributors like Jalen Carter, the defensive line created consistent pressure, forced hurried throws, and controlled the line of scrimmage. Brandon Graham's veteran presence was especially impactful. Not only did he record multiple sacks, but his ability to engage blockers, set the edge, and mentor younger players is invaluable. Moro Dramo, Jordan Davis, and Jalen Phillips all brought relentless energy, stacking pressures and collapsing pockets, making life miserable for the Raiders' quarterbacks. The linebackers were equally impressive. Zach Bond, Marcus Epps, and Nob Dean showcased athleticism, awareness, and instinct that allowed them to read plays, cover crucial zones, and generate turnovers. The defensive backfield, often a point of scrutiny early in the season, has solidified into a unit capable of shutting down deep threats and maintaining coverage discipline. Adoree Jackson has been a revelation in CB2, improving week by week and pairing with Quan and Cooper DeJean to create a formidable secondary that forces offenses into mistakes. Their growth is a testament to coaching, personal development, and an understanding of situational football that is essential as playoff football approaches. What stood out most about this game was the balance. The Eagles weren't just relying on one unit to carry them. They were a complete team. The offense sustained drives, the defense created turnovers, and special teams contributed when needed. Every phase of the game complemented the other, creating a rhythm that the Raiders simply could not match. It's that harmony that separates good teams from great teams. When a team can maintain execution across all three phases, it's a sign of championship-level preparation. You could see the strategic thought in every snap, from the offensive play calls to defensive alignments and adjustments mid-game. The coaching staff has clearly instilled a mentality of discipline, preparation, and adaptability, and the players are executing it flawlessly. The leadership on the field cannot be understated. Jalen Hurts' approach to the game sets the tone for the rest of the team. His ability to remain calm under pressure, read the defense, and make adjustments at the line of scrimmage elevates the team's performance. Watching him navigate blitzes, extend plays with his legs, and deliver accurate passes is like watching a quarterback in complete command of the game. His leadership extends beyond statistics. He inspires confidence, brings energy, and instills a competitive mindset in his teammates. That kind of presence is infectious, and you could see it across the offensive line in the running back's decision-making and in the receiver's routes and timing. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Whispers around the league have been growing louder, and the latest shockwave comes straight from Philadelphia. Eagles head coach Nick Sirianni, in a rare moment of candidness, revealed that Jalen Hurts, the team's star quarterback, has chosen to move on, leaving fans and analysts alike scrambling to piece together the fallout. "I can't do anything. He wanted to leave," Sirianni reportedly said, a statement that has set the rumor mill into overdrive. Sources close to the situation suggest that Hurts' departure wasn't a spur-of-the-moment decision. Insiders claim that there had been tensions simmering beneath the surface for months, with whispers of disagreements over offensive strategies and contract negotiations. Some say Hurts is chasing a fresh start in a new system where he feels his talents will be maximized, while others speculate that the Eagles might have been considering a shift in direction all along, possibly paving the way for an emerging talent in the roster. The reaction among fans has been a mixture of disbelief and speculation. Social media is abuzz with theories ranging from blockbuster trades to shock signings in other teams. Analysts are dissecting every past game, trying to find the moment when the relationship between Hurts and the Eagles might have begun to fray. Meanwhile, league insiders hint that multiple teams are circling, each eager to land a quarterback of Hurts' caliber, though nothing has been confirmed yet. This revelation has also put Sirianni in the spotlight. Known for his composed and strategic approach, the coach's uncharacteristically blunt remark only fuels the narrative that this was a decision entirely in Hurts' hands. The question now looms: how will the Eagles adapt? And who could potentially fill the void left by a quarterback who has become synonymous with the team's identity? Rumors suggest the front office is exploring every avenue, but the uncertainty has created a buzz that shows no signs of fading. As the story develops, one thing is certain: Philadelphia is entering a period of intrigue and speculation. Fans, pundits, and rival teams alike are watching closely, eager to see which direction this drama will take. Whether Hurts' exit marks the beginning of a new era for the Eagles or just another chapter in NFL rumor lore, the league is holding its breath. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.